What's up, my friends? It's Simon from Lake Up. I'm out here with a campground review of Skidaway Island State Park in Savannah, Georgia. Now, we're going outside of comfort zone here. We are not on a lake, full disclosure, but we are on a body of water. We have a river, we have marsh, and then not very far away, we have the Atlantic Ocean. This is an awesome state park. I have been so pleasantly surprised. I mean, this has to be the coolest state park I've ever stayed in, and I've stayed in state parks coast to coast. Now, this is my first time staying on the East Coast, but as of right now, I have stayed in state parks coast to coast, and this has the nicest facilities with awesome campsites. All of them are awesome. All of them have everything you need. And look, it's like a rainforest. It is beautiful. Everywhere you look, it's beautiful. There are awesome playgrounds. There's all kinds of cool stuff we'll get into. This is a fantastic place to camp. I'll tell you why. So first, kind of let's go through the numbers. So Skidaway Island State Park, we're in a really cool historical area, really early colonial settlements around here. You know, all the cool things really close by. Downtown Savannah is 15 minutes maybe. We just went to the beach. That was about 30 to 35 minutes. And there's all kinds of cool, you know, hiking and biking and paddling and boating and all kinds of stuff around here. So there are 87 campsites here. That is plenty. It's booked up this weekend, but it was not. There were plenty of spots when we booked several weeks ago, and so I don't feel like this books out all the time, especially when it's been raining every afternoon. It seems like it's a pretty reliable thing. So, you know, people are kind of hunkered down a little bit for a little bit in the afternoon. You get out and play in the morning. You get out and play in the evening. And right now, I'll turn around. Got a little sunset behind me through the trees. Some kind of mist. All the rain's kind of dropping from the leaves still. And it is 72 degrees. It is very humid, but it is absolutely comfortable, especially from what I've been experiencing across the south. As far as hookups at the sites, it's a mixed bag. There are not any rural sites that I have seen. So everything has at least water and electric at your site. There are sites with full hookups, you know, maybe say a little more than a dozen, maybe 15, something like that. A lot of them are pull-throughs for big rigs. Those have sewer right on site and everything else, 50 amp service. There is a dump station for you RVers. And if you have kids, there are several playgrounds. Also, I have to say, the restrooms are absolutely top-notch. They are cool looking buildings. They're well maintained. You could tell that they're freshly painted, and just a really great experience in the restrooms for a state park. I mean, the standards, you got to bring them down a little bit for state parks, but this one's up there. Really fantastic. Bravo, state of Georgia. As you can see behind me, this is a perfect example of a pad. So you have like the kind of gravel, sandy gravel pull through, little U action. So easy in, easy out off the road. Hookups are on the roadside, and so that just makes it, gosh, that's for pulling a camper in. I mean, it doesn't get any easier than that. You don't have to back anything in, and it's already level. I mean, we just pulled in, checked it, boom, level, good to go. And so setting up was just a breeze. I mean, I think we had a record time. It was like 45 minutes, completely set up, everything with pop-up camper. There's also, all of them have this kind of framed in pad here. This could be, I mean, it could be, you know, a tent pad if you wanted to put more people on there. There's some people who have tents on them. You could also do like a pop-up tent for when it's raining or what have you. Picnic area, barbecue, grill, whatever. So all the sites have this, and then they have this kind of a little bit of open space around them. All of them have that. So sometimes, you know, campgrounds are just a total mixed bag depending on what the terrain around here is, but they've done a really good job of clearing out these these all these sites. They all look really fantastic. For scenery, I mean, it is hard to beat this. There are live oaks with Spanish moss hanging off of them. I mean, huge ones, like this one right behind me. They look so cool. Mixed in with some southern pines, like that one, super tall. We've got like magnolia trees, palmettos. Here's some palmettos right here. Just really cool, eclectic mix. Just exactly what you would imagine for this area. And all just completely natural and just beautiful. Just, oh my gosh, it is gorgeous. Everywhere we look, it's gorgeous. There's wildlife. There's, deer kind of moseying through camp. And it's just been really great experience. If you're a hiker, if you're the hiking type, there are lots of trails. They're on the riverside, so they're a little bit in like the kind of like the grassy marshland, like overlooking the grassy marshland of the river and whatnot. And so yeah, it's kind of there's some that are shady and some that aren't, right? So prepare for that. I was informed by the staff up front that this park is very pet friendly, and so pets on leashes, and you can go on the trails. There's a little 1 mile loop, which is great for little kids, or a nice little warm up. And then attached to that, there's what they call an avian loop. And so I'm sure there's some pretty good bird watching out there, I would guess by the name. And then there's another 3 mile loop, and that has a couple of old little historical kind of things. There was like a moonshine still and like I think a grave site and stuff. So if you're feeling a little adventurous, want to get out there and kind of poke around and learn a little bit about the cool history of the area, then go ahead and do that too. Really close by, like 5 minutes away, 10 minutes away, is the Wormsloe Estate historic location with when you see a postcard from Savannah, you have that straight long road with all the 300-year-old live oaks arching over and Spanish moss hanging off, and it just looks amazing, incredible, awesome. That is very close to this state park. It's a different entrance fee. They didn't let us use our pass, but a couple bucks, and then you can go explore the property. And it's an old colonial site, so there's some ruins from basically like a little residence and kind of a mini fort that was built out of like mud and clamshells and stuff. It was kind of crazy. And a lot of information about the history of the area, a little tiny museum you can walk through. All that's really close by and a great place to visit. We just did it today. That's it for Skidaway Island. Stay tuned for more lake reviews and other fun stuff having to do with boating and camping and all kinds of fun stuff. I'm Simon from Lake Hub, and we will see you outside.